Subtraction. In this video, you will learn about how to subtract the numbers by borrowing and without borrowing the numbers. Here are three examples given that we will see one by one. In this first example, you can see that we are subtracting smaller number from the larger number. Here there is no need to borrow the numbers from neighboring numbers. It is larger, we have to subtract smaller number directly from the larger number. As we can see, 9 is the larger number and 1 is the smaller number. We can subtract it easily and our answer will come 8. When we subtract 2 from 8, answer will come 6. When 3 is get subtracted from 7, answer will become 4. Then again we will see next example. In this also, we are subtracting smaller number from the larger number. As you can see, 6 is the larger number. We can subtract 4 from that easily. 6 minus 4, it will comes 2. 7 minus 3, it becomes 4. 5 minus 2, it comes 3. Then one more example for this. Here also, we are going to subtract smaller number from the larger number. 7 minus 6, it comes 1. 8 minus 5, it will comes 3. 9 minus 4, it will become 5. Have you seen anything common in these all three examples? Here I told you before also, we are going to subtract smaller numbers from the larger numbers. But whatever the numbers written in the red color, you see it very carefully. These all are the larger numbers than the numbers written down of that. It means whenever we want to subtract any number or whenever we want to solve the subtraction problem, you always keep in your mind larger numbers we have to write in the upside and whatever number we have to subtract from that means smaller number always we have to write down of that. Larger number always upside and smaller number always must be down of the larger number. Then only we can subtract the numbers without borrowing. Then one more example we will see. In this, which difference you can see? In the ones place you check all numbers. Upside smaller number is written and downside larger number is written. Can we subtract it? If we subtract and write the answer 2, is that correct or wrong? Before that also I told, if we want to subtract without borrowing the numbers, then always larger number we should write upside and smaller number down of that. Whatever the numbers written in the tens and hundreds place, it is correct. That from 7, it is the larger number. We can subtract 3, which one is the smaller number. Larger number is written upside and smaller number is written downside. Then we can subtract it easily and it is very correct. Then our answer will come 4. In the hundreds place also, 6 is bigger number, larger number and 5 is the smaller number and then we can subtract it and our answer will come 1. But in the case of ones place numbers, smaller number is written upside and bigger number is written downside and then also answer is written 2. Then is it correct or not? This is very wrong answer. We cannot write like this. We cannot subtract 7 from 5 because 7 is larger number and 5 is smaller number. Then for that what should we do? How we can subtract these numbers like this? Whenever smaller numbers are written upside and bigger numbers are downside, then for that another method. Now we will see subtraction with borrowing number. Why should we borrow the numbers? Whenever we want to subtract bigger number from the smaller number, at that time we should borrow the number. This one is the first example. We have to subtract 328 from 567. As we check in the ones place, 7 is written upside and from that we have to subtract 8. But it is not possible because as you learn, always we have to write bigger number, larger number upside and smaller number downside. Then only subtraction can be done. Then for this subtraction, we have to borrow one number from 6. Whatever number present neighboring number, from that we borrow 1. Then this 7 becomes 17. Now this 17 is the larger than 8. Then we can subtract 8 from 17 and our answer will become 9. 17 minus 8, it becomes 9. Now we have borrowed 1 from 6, then we have to reduce it by one number because already we have taken 1 from 6. That's why this 6 will become 5. And from 5 we can easily subtract 2. Then its answer will come 3. And in the hundreds place, already larger number is written upside and smaller one is the downside. Then we can subtract it directly and our answer will come 2. One more example for this, how to borrow the numbers. Now in this case we have to subtract 594 from 683. As we can see in the ones place, 3, which one is the smaller than 4. Then we cannot subtract it. For that we have to borrow 1 from 8, which one is the neighboring number of 3. When we borrow 1 from 8, this 3 will become 13, which is the larger number than 4. Then we can subtract it easily. 13 minus 4, it becomes 9. Now, in the case of tens place numbers, we have already borrowed 1 from 8. That's why this 8 will become 7. And again we cannot subtract 9 from 7 because 7 is smaller number. Then what should we do? Again we have to borrow 1 from neighboring number. Then which one is the neighboring number of this 7? That is the 6, not 5. From 6 we have to borrow 1 and that 7 becomes 17. Now we can subtract 9 from 17. 17 minus 9, it will come 8. As we have borrowed 1 from 6, that 6 will become 5. We have to reduce it by 1. It will become 5. Then 5 minus 5. Whenever we are subtracting same number from the same given same number, means 5 is same of 5 only. 5 is 5. Then 5 minus 5, it becomes 0. Another example we can see. Here the case is different. Now 258 we have to subtract from 560. Now in the ones place 0 is given upside and 8 is given downside. From 0 we cannot subtract 8. Then what should we do? We have to borrow again 1 from 6. Then that 0's value will become 10. Whenever we borrow 1 from neighboring number, that 0 will become 10. From 10 now it is easy to subtract 8. Our answer will come 2. As we borrow from 1 from 6, that 6 will become 5. We have to reduce 1 from 6 because we have taken out 1 and it is given to the 0. That's why our value of 6 will become 5. Then 5 minus 5, again it will come 0. Now in the 100 place, 5 minus 2, it will become 3. Now one more example. As you can see, both numbers, whatever number we have to subtract, both are same. 456 we have to subtract it from same number 456. As the both numbers are same, this value will become 0. When we subtract 6 from 6, it comes 0 only. When we subtract 5 from 5, it becomes 0. And then 4 will get subtracted from 4, its value also becomes 0. Thanks for watching this video. subscribe my channel and kindly press the bell icon.